Live in Arizona. All right. All right. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Thumb to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar Allah Thumb by Shem Shai to all the sisters. All right, this is the ISUPK Wednesday, the law class, right? So Wednesday we do the law class, hold it down. Traditionally how we've been doing it, right, since 1969, right, under Command Jerry Hanna. And what we're gonna go into is, did Christ die for us to repent or to continue in sin? Right. To all you so-called Christians, that's really a question for you, right? Um, for all you religious, Catholics, all you anyone thinking that they serve, the Most High and think they follow Christ, right? Give me your thoughts on that, right? If you have any comments, any questions, anything you in specific to this question, right? Drop it in the comment section and let me know what you think, right? But for now, we're gonna go ahead and get started, right? Um, but the question, once again, the question is, did Christ die for us to repent or to continue in sin, right? And why is this question so important? The question is very important because, even though we go to a Christian church, even though we go to all these buildings and and think we're serving Christ or the Most High, we're following Christ and serving the Most High. At the same time, we're eating pork every what Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is going to come up, right? Thanksgiving is going to come up, and we hold hands around the table, asking, or really more saying, what we're or praying, right? That's what they do, right? They pray and say what they're thankful for, right? Everybody goes around one by one. What are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? And then nobody can skip. Everybody says something, right? Just say anything, right? Because really, what they're saying is in vain, right? They don't even, like, for the kids, like, what are you thankful for? Oh, okay, yeah. Everybody class, boom, boom, boom. Right, next, right? Thankful for this ham. Thankful for the pig feet. I'm thankful for the chitlins. The tripas. That's what I know 'em from, right? But we're thankful for all these unlawful, all this unlawful meat, right? That you're about to devour, right? But you're not serving Christ, right? You're not serving the Most High, and you're not following Christ, right? What you doing is you serving your own, right? You're serving yourself. Not only that, but you're serving your own image of Christ, which is the beast, right? That's the image of the beast. That's the mark that you have in your head, right? That mark that's in your head is that you don't even have to get taught about Thanksgiving. You already know, oh, the last Thursday of November is Thanksgiving, so that's when we're all gonna get together. Everybody already knows. Where at? Grandma's house. Oh, we did it last time at grandma's house. Let's do it at our tia's house, our aunt's house. Right? Okay. They're busy. Okay, boom, let's go to Uncle so and so's house, right? Mom's house, boom, boom, right? So you guys already plan every year. There's already a plan for December 25th, right? December 31st, January 1st, right? Which is what? New Year's Eve, right? You have a party these days. You already know the days that you want to throw a party, right? On top of that, the birthdays, right? That's the mark of the beast. That's the work of the devil, right? You're basically doing what the devil taught you, right? Which is our oppressor, is to not serve the Most High, serve yourself, serve your own lust. And these things, these other gods that you worship, which you don't know nothing about, right? Every holiday that you be worshiping, Father Time, New Year's Eve, all these, Nimrod, every Christmas, all these other gods that you be worshiping, you don't know that you're worshiping, but you're celebrating these. And that's the mark of the beast that I'm talking about, right? So let's go back to, let's drill it back to is, what did Christ teach us really, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy, right? The book of Deuteronomy. It's like your book of Matthews. All right, give me a second. Book of Matthews. Chapter 5, verse 17.
Right? Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Right. Don't think that this is Christ speaking right here. Out of his own mouth, he said, think not that I am come to destroy the law. What is the law? Right? What is the law for you Christians? Right? What is the law? Right? The law is what the Most High gave us to keep, right? That's how we know we serve the Most High, right? That's how you know the Most High. If you keep the law, right? If you keep the law, you know that you are with the Most High. Why? Because whoso loveth me, shall do the will of the Most High. Whoso loves the Most High, shall keep the law, right? If you're not keeping the law, then what are you doing? Right? You breaking it, right? First, let's go to 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. Right? 1 John chapter 5, verse 3.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Right, and his commandments are not grievous. It's not hard, to some people it may be hard, so like it's not hard to, keep the law, right? What's harder? To live or to die? Right? You choose, right? Worms got to eat too. Every we all got to eat. The worms got to eat too. And you be a good meal to the worms if you breaking the law, right? Because what's the law? Well, what's sin? Sin is transgression of the law, right? Whoso breaketh the law, right, is committing sin. And guess what? What comes with sin? Death, right? Let's go back to Matthews, if I could. Let's get Matthews 5 and 18.
Matthews chapter 5, verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
Right.
Till all be fulfilled.
Till what?
Till all be fulfilled.
Right. This is Christ speaking, man. You cannot, like, the problem is, I think what you Christians are doing is you guys are getting a new translated version of the Bible. So you guys ain't really getting the full, the truth out of this Bible, right? You're not getting the proper breakdown. Why? Because you interpreting, the Bible into your own interpretation. Right. Which there's no such thing as a new interpretation of the Bible, right? Or your own interpretation of the Bible or of the truth, right? The Bible is of no man's interpretation, right? The truth is of no man's interpretation. Like, no one has their own interpretation. There's only the truth, right? Straight out of the Bible. That's all I'm doing. I'm just telling you straight, really, what Christ said. What did it say? It said to all be fulfilled, right? Now, am I saying, well, Christ died for our sins, and then how can you say Christ died for our sins And really, when they say that, they're really saying just so they can continue in sin, so they can say, well, this pork, if you just bless it or pray over it, that's what some Muslims think, right? If you
Right.
pray over the meat is now blessed, so now you can eat it, right? So now it gives you a pass to eat some a ham sandwich,
Because it was anointed or blessed by the Most High.
right?
Prayed over it.
Right, because somebody prayed over it, right? Because it's blessed and anointed by the Most High. Now you can eat it,
Right.
right? But really, that's wrong, right? And really, if you live like that, you a double-minded man. You're a double-minded man. Why? Because you think you serve Christ, but you not following Christ. So now that's like, you contradicting yourself. Who or you're making the Bible, right, really contradict, right? Because you think what you read and you believe, you interpret the words of in this Bible into your own, right? Just like how they did with Peter, right? Talking about, eating swine flesh, right?
Right.
But really, that's not the case, man. You don't know context. That's the problem. I think that's the main problem that you having, that you don't understand context, right? But it's no sweat. That's what the ISUPK is here for, right? And thank the Most High for Commander Jerry Hardness for breaking these scriptures down
Right.
and teaching men how to be soldiers of Christ, right? Once again, verse 18 says, "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass," right? Meaning that's another thing. The Bible is written by black men, right? So the way we speak is a little different,
Right.
right? So it's more seasoned, right? But because if you've been taught by our oppressor, right, by the colonizers, whatever you want to call them, right, you will read the Bible unseasoned. You'll read the Bible like like Billy, like Hank, like whoever, right?
Right.
You'll read the Bible the way your oppressor interpreted it to you. They don't have season, man. They don't have no style. They don't know what it means to have slang, or what slang what we mean when we say what up, dog. Hey yo, those shoes are sick as fuck. Slocky, right? Those shoes, it sounds like you're like, it's like those shoes are sick, meaning what? Does it mean that it's disgusting? Some people might say, what do you mean these shoes are nasty? Are have a illness or whatnot, right? Even illness, like
Right.
just like
That's
words.
ill.
Yeah, yo, that's ill, right? Or like I said, like everybody, our people, depending on where you're at, they have different slang. Just like New York. New York has a different slang from Cali.
Right.
Cali has a different slang from the down south. The
Right.
South has a different slang from the up, from north. Just like Puerto Ricans, even Mexican, even though we all speak Spanish, we all have different slangs, right? The Puerto Ricans have different slang from the Dominicans, and the Dominicans have a different slang from the Mexicans. We all have different slangs, right? We all have different way of talking, right? And that's a difference, right? That's how you know the difference between Israel and all these other nations, right? The flavor, the way we talk, the way we communicate, right? The way we speak to one another, right? And it's all really just to put up a show, or really to make it look, to put a little bit more spice into it, right? Instead of saying something boring, like dragging the whole word, and we cut in between words, and put a little slang to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's really what I'm trying to get to, is where it says till heaven and earth pass, right? Is heaven and earth ever gonna pass?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Till heaven and earth pass is that's what you call sarcasm. Till heaven and earth pass, right? One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, right? Till all be fulfilled. Verse 19.
Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of the least of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Right. The same shall be called great. Right. Whosoever therefore shall break one of the least commandments. Right. First of all, there's no least commandment. Right. Once again, Christ is being sarcastic. Right. There's no such thing as a least commandment. The thing is that you think, okay, you know what? That's not really much of a big deal. Eating pork,
Right.
That's not so much of a big deal.
Right.
Not knowing damn well that our brothers and sisters died for not eating pork, man.
Right.
Like, you might think it's a least, right? But really, there's no such thing as least in the law, right? Everything. What do you say? To all be fulfilled, right? There's not one little, there's nothing little about the law, right? There's nothing little about the law. Why? Because everything is the whole law is really life. The whole law is what gives you life. Gives you what does Deuteronomy 4:5 says, or 6 says, right? That these are wise and understanding people, right? Actually, let's get that real quick. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5, if I could.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5. Behold, I have teach you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that he should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me. Right. This is Moses speaking to the children of Israel, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Right. No matter where you at, doesn't matter whether you in Jerusalem, out of Jerusalem. Doesn't matter whether you in your home, outside of your home. Right. Well, it doesn't matter whether you're within closed doors or without, outside of those doors, in a dark room, doesn't matter, or in the light. Wherever you at, you have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, right? Keep going.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations.
Right.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Right. This great nation is a wise and understanding people. Why? Because look at everything we do. Look at what we have. Right? Can you say the same thing about, the Koreans or the Asians or the who was it anyways? It's like what Trump called it, the Kung Fu virus. I forget who it was. The Chinese virus. I think for time's sake, I'm gonna just say the Chinese, right? Can you say the same thing about the Chinese eating bats, soup, and then looking at what they brought to this earth, that it crumbled, it basically damaged the economy. Everybody had to shut the whole economy, the whole world, right? Not just China. The whole world had to shut down, had to close their borders because of the fear that the Most High brought to the wash pot.
The whole earth was brought to his knees because of coronavirus.
Yeah,
the Asians,
man, exactly.
Most I call them a wash bucket anyway.
Yeah, so. Like that's what they are, man. Like, look at what they did, and look at what they, their judgment was. Right now, same thing for you, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right, you don't serve the Most High. Look at what happened. Look at what we've gone through. Look at how the Most High punished us through slavery, through having what in Second Ezra, right, chapter 6 verse 54 says, right, a nation that has been regarded as nothing has became Lord over us and became to devour us.
Right.
These nations are nothing, man. right? These nations are really nothing. They're like unto spittle. They're like as a drop of a bucket. They're like dung, wash, everything, man. They're like sewer water. That's what they are. But because you don't want to follow your the law, right? Because you don't want to serve the Most High, you don't want to keep the law, you will become just like them, right?
Right.
You trying to commit organized crimes, knowing damn well you're not organized, right? Or all that organized crime, doesn't fit with you, right? All that crime, trying to kill and trying to get away with it, or trying to steal, or trying to sell drugs and trying to get away with it, that doesn't even last, right? That doesn't even last. Because why? Because you still gonna have to, all that money is just gonna go stock up on bail money, or it's gonna be sitting. It's gonna be, it's just gonna be sitting there. Why? Because you can't even go outside. You can't. You a cage. You a bird. You caged, and now you can't even go outside. You can't do nothing with that money. You can't do nothing. All that, all this crime that you were running around thinking you can get away with it. Now and down well, you not like them. You not like them, right? That's why we have laws, statutes, and commandments. Why? Because this is our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of the nations. All these other nations, they know they know what the deal is when it comes to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They know the deal. They know who we are. That, like, must believe they know who we are, man. That's why I'm telling you, man, it's very important that we come together. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, gather yourselves together. Own nation, not desire, man. All these other nations, they don't want you. Why join with them? Why join with them? Right? Why try to play their little political games, right? Why try to vote? Why try to play a game where you don't even have a seat in?
You don't benefit from it. Every 4 years they switch sides. You know what I'm saying? Like Democrats, Republicans, Democrats, Republicans. Everybody get a chance. Like, this is a game. It's truly a game for children. But grown people call themselves grown, and you know what I'm saying, they like to play those games.
Like, really, what it is just a way to quiet, to make you feel, make the people feel comfortable enough to, it's okay, you'll get your chance next time. You'll get your chance next time. Boom, 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 right? But really, it's not even for us. It's for, look who stormed into the Capitol.
Right.
And look at what you do, just marching for a brother who died. And look at what happens to us. Tear gas, riot shields.
I want a football player to the knee, and they kicked him out of the NFL.
Exactly. A football player, takes a knee for his own brother and for his own people.
Right.
And the president says, get that son of a, out of there. He's fired. And anybody who does that same thing, get him out, kick him out. Don't even, what? If you're not gonna stand for the flag, you know what? Might as well stay in the locker room. Like, and you know what happens? You know what our oppressor does? You know how crafty, you know how much of a devil he is. He's gonna get one of our own people, like Jay-Z. He's gonna get Jay-Z, and he's gonna tell you, you know what? It's in the past. We need to learn how to, in his own words, how to move on. We need to learn how to move on.
Right.
And that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna learn how to move on and buy, Papa John's pizza, knowing damn well he was saying racist, comments against black people for kneeling for the flag. And you go every Sunday or Saturday, whenever football, the game comes on, you're gonna buy Papa John's, you're gonna sit down, and you're gonna what? Rock yourself back to sleep. Right? Why? Because, man, you're not wise, man. You're not wise if you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You're not wise if you're not serving the Most High. You're not wise if you're not following Christ, man. You're not wise, man. And you lack understanding. You lack understanding when you celebrate Thanksgiving. You lack understanding. You lack understanding about the what happened to the Pequot, right? You lack understanding what happened to the Native Americans, the Navajo. You lack understanding what happened to the children, through the Trail of Tears, man. You lack understanding. You lack understanding when all men were created equal and you still want to go out and vote and you think you more than 3/5 of a man. You think that you just equal as them. You lack understanding, man. You don't know who to serve. You confused, and you really it's because of your religious leaders. That's really who to blame, man. If you really want to blame someone for your conditions, if you really want to blame someone for what you going through, why you live in the hood that you live in, why your barrio is the way it is, blame your religious leaders because they're the ones who put you in there. They're the ones who put you in that condition. Why? Because they're the ones. They're like a shepherd. He's supposed to feed the flock. He's supposed to feed the flock. But look at his fruit. Does he bear good fruit? Hell no, man. Hell no. As a matter of fact, he looks like he's very well fed, and then the people are starving.
Right.
Like he don't feed the people. He doesn't try to give you. It's like, what's that?
Clean haircut. He comes in a nice car. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
They live in good big house.
I mean, look at Al Sharpton. Every funeral, he's gonna look better than the parents, than the victims. Right? He's gonna look better than the victims. Why? Because he wants to put in a good performance, right? A good speech, right? But really, everything that these religious leaders, all these, people that you idolize as leaders, whether it be, an artist, or an athlete, right? They're not gonna be here for you, man. Right? They might say something to spark or to wake up the people, but at the end of the day, they're not gonna carry this burden. That the same burden that Christ carried, they're not gonna carry that, man. But guess what? The ISUPK, that's the work we are here to do.
Right.
The burden that nobody is worthy of carrying, man. The burden of that cross, picking up that cross that Christ told us to pick up. Right? That burden, man. Burden of trying to wake up every day. It's like trying to wake up our people every day, man. Going to these streets, knowing damn well it might be our last day, right? Going to these streets and teaching our people about the truth according to the Bible, man. But you don't want to hear that, right? You don't want to hear that. Keep going, verse 7.
Verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for?
Right. This is like, really, this whole scripture right here is like one of my favorites, man. Because really, this is so true, man. We call the Most High for every little thing, man. Even like the thing is that sinners do it in vain, though. Sinners do it in vain is as in, thank the Most High. We got away with this, right? Like you ever notice, like, the one who committed the crime is praying in court. He's praying in court, knowing damn well he committed the crime. He's trying to get away with it, and he's thinking about how if he gets away with it, it's gonna be the last thing. Boom, boom, boom. He's gonna change. Boom, boom. I'm start going to church.
I see brothers pray to God. You know what I'm saying, they can get to me to connect to. You know what I'm saying, so they can get drugs to sell drugs.
Man,
I'm saying I see women praying in strip clubs. Strippers gather up, hold hands.
I seen that too, man.
I'm saying pray that we're able to perform and get some money, and I'm saying we shower us with money. You know what I'm saying, they pray. Man. It's almost laughable. You know what I'm saying, strippers in the strip club holding hands, praying to the Lord. You know what I'm saying, they go out there and as one you heard them say, Go out
Right.
there and we're able to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? And do it like it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? These brothers are, as you say, I'm saying the brothers and sisters are praying their sin.
Right.
While they're sinning. So
They praying for their sins, man. They praying for the wrong things, man. That's why the Most High will not hear your prayer, right?
right.
The Most High will not hear the prayers of the wicked, right? He will not hear the prayers of the wicked, right? As much as you want to say, I'll change, boom, boom, boom. The Most High, look, understand this. The Most High is a merciful Father, man. He's a merciful God, man. Like he had more mercy than us, man, than you, right? But understand this, man. All of that mercy can come to an end, man. All that love, all that giving you a chance, that chance might be your last chance, man. Understand this. We in the last times, man. This is the last. We living in the last days, man. In the last days. You see what's going on in the world, man. You see the rumors, the wars and rumors of war. In 2019, what were they saying? Third World War. Everybody was saying about Third World War is coming. 2019, in the beginning of 2019, the first thing that they were saying was World War III is at its break. People making memes, everybody saying, World War III, boom, boom, boom. Like, understand this, man. It's like you like seconds away. We're like seconds away from our King Yahushua return, the return of Yahushua, man. And I pray you understand when when he comes, he's not gonna come for hugs and kisses, man. He like, man, he's not coming for, actually, let's get that real quick. Deuteronomy 10 and I believe 34. Give me a second. I mean, Matthew's 10. Give me a second. 34.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I had come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
But a what?
But a sword.
But a sword, man. Understand that, man. Christ is not gonna come to bring peace. Like that's the wrong image you have in your head, man. That's the mark of the beast, man. That mark of the beast really do wonders, man. Really do wonders for you to continue in sin. It does so much wonders where you feel like the guilt has came off of you. Like, man, as long as I got them tattooed, on my arm or on my on my back, as long as I have a cross, the Jesus piece, right? As long as I do all these little things, right? As long as I get the Mexicans, what we do is we get the it's called the la bendición, I forget how do you translate it, but the bendición is like, is you got your mother praying for you to go out and do this, do this drug deal, go do this little thing, this little wickedness that you about to go do, or you gonna go knock out someone, kind of like a blessing, right? You get your mother's blessing, so you can go ahead and go do this wicked thing, right? She has to do the whole el nombre del Padre, Hijo y Espíritu Santo right in front of you, and then you have to kiss, her hand as she blesses you away, right? Knowing that, like, I'm telling you, man, we are a nation full of wicked, people, man.
Right.
And what we need to do is we need to change, man. We really need to change, man, our wicked ways. Otherwise, it's just, your life is meaningless. You're really living for nothing, man. You're just really living for death. Like if you really want to put it in so much words, right? Like in death is really what you live for. If you continue in sin, why don't you try to live, man? Why don't you die for these laws, statutes, and commandments, man? Die to live, man. Why don't you die to live? Step away from that old man that you once were, man. Step away from that man that you once were and try to live like Christ. Because Christ, if he comes, he's not gonna come to send peace. He's not gonna say, "Oh, it's all right." I know you didn't understand. In that day, there will be no excuse for no one knowing about the truth, about Christ. Right? There's not gonna be a damn soul living in this earth not knowing about how, what you did. Oh, it's an acceptable excuse. Right? It's an acceptable excuse, right? Nah, damn that, man. We want to make sure that everybody gets this word out. Everybody listens to this word and understands that the Most High ain't nothing to play with. And Christ is gonna bring, is gonna bring a sword. It said the blood of the wicked shall rise up to the horse's bridle, man. Imagine that. Like, just paint that picture in your head. Imagine the horse trying to swim in a puddle of blood. What Christ? Yeah, like you ever seen a horse cross over a river? That's what it's gonna look like. You ever see a horse trying to cross over a river? It's just like he's just trying to make it, trying to get over to that river. Like, man, and all he's sticking his neck out.
Yeah, so he don't drown. Shit.
Yeah, so he won't drown, man. But that's how much, how much blood there's gonna be spilled in this earth for everything that you doing, man. The only thing I gotta say is don't let it be you. Don't let it be your blood in that river. Don't let it be your blood reaching that horse's bridle, man. Right? Otherwise, you gonna be the example of why we shouldn't be we shouldn't be like you. Right? And that's really to put fear in your heart. It's to put fear in your mind to serve the Most High and not yourself, man. That's the whole point of it, man. All right, let's go back to actually give me a second. Let's get Salakia. Let's get Romans 6:1, if I could. Book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 1.
Romans chapter 6, verse 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound?
Right. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin? Right? That was the question, right? Did Christ die for us to repent or to continue in sin? Should we continue in sin? Right? That grace may abound, right? Since we under grace, right? Since we under grace and not under sin, right? Let's just, let's continue in sin. Is that really what we're really supposed to be doing? Since we have time, right? Since we out here, right? Should we continue in sin? Keep going.
That's that brother over there, huh?
Sound like a dog dying. It's like
man. Romans chapter 6, verse 2. God forbid.
God forbid. Hell no. Damn.
Right.
Damn that. You really want to continue in sin, man? You really want to continue in sin, knowing damn well in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, right, verse 15, we get the curse, right? We keep going, sir. Slack.
God forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein?
Right. How long can we live? How can we live any longer? How can you live any longer being a homosexual? Man, look, Salagi. I seen a commercial. It said, if you have HIV, just keep being you. Salagi. Just keep being you.
Basically, we all know this a lot.
Go ahead.
So we all know what they're saying. I'm saying continue doing, even though that's the action that they're doing is causing that sickness. Just keep being you.
Yeah.
I'm saying keep being, man.
If you have HIV, if you really, they're trying to promote homosexuals to not feel guilty of what what the Most High brought judgment unto them. Like that was a judgment from the Most High. You caught an illness that is gonna make your body rot. Now you gotta spread it. Is that really what they're trying to put? That's America for you, man. That's America for you. Telling you, just keep being you. Just spread it, man. Just spread it. Spread it like the coronavirus, man. Come on, spread it like the coronavirus, man. Like, just go out, just keep being you. And then sooner or later, it's gonna be Latinos night, and heathen is gonna come in and then shoot the whole club. Exactly. What happened in Florida? You gonna think you having fun. You think it's the beat of the music. You're hearing nothing but gunshots, and then you see people dropping right next to you, and that's your judgment, man. Like, the thing is that you don't understand, man. These other nations, they're not here to help you, man. They're not here to be with you. They're just here to destroy you. And this whole allowing homosexuals to marry one another. I even seen a lesbian pastor basically, I don't even know how to explain this, to be honest. It's just very confusing, right? But her giving power was given to her to teach the people, and think that and her come out and say she's a lesbian, right? And her say or whatever, right? And people, and that's really what all religion is. It just gives you a card, or it just gives you a way to fool the people, right? Religion gives you another way to how do I word this right? It gives you
Excuse.
exactly. It gives you an excuse to continue in sin. It just clears your conscience. Oh, I feel like I'm worshiping God, and it fits what I love. The whole I can eat pork over here, or some fake Israelites be like, you can marry white women over here. Oh, you can you could you're gonna have to grab them by when they're young. Like, really, is that really what you think?
Right.
You're gonna have to in a sense, you're gonna have to hold them, right? So you're gonna have to rape them in the kingdom of heaven. Salakia. What did he say? Man, you lucky Christ ain't here right now, man. Your throat would have been cut. Your head would have been rolling down the street, down a hill, man. Be like, look, you hear what he said? Like, this is the punishment that anybody who dares to go against the Most High, this is your reward right here.
Right.
Man. Like, that's the man. I'm praying for those times, man, because really, like, if you don't understand unless evil comes to you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if there wasn't if there was no such thing as evil, you will continue doing what you're doing. Let's get real quick. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse. We'll start at 27.
Say it again.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 27.
Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 27.
It's like, can you start at verse 18 if you could, Babu Sean?
Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 18. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlet between your eyes.
Right, from just like King David said, right? Meditate the law day and night, right? That's what the Most High's word is, man. You gotta make sure you keep these in front of you, man. Like, look, I know I instantly, as soon as I came into the ISUPK, I understood that that's the thing, man. If you're not in the ISUPK, you don't understand what the scripture means, man. You don't understand. You not only this scripture, but throughout the whole book, you don't understand what the scriptures is talking about, man. You don't understand what this book is talking about. Why? Because you don't live it. You do not live it, man. Brothers in here, if you read this, you understand it clearly what this means, man. Imagine your child asking for a certain candy that she wants to get, and the first thing you gotta ask, does it have gelatin? If it has gelatin, no, you cannot. Some brothers go through a whole research, which you should, man. Brothers in here will go through a whole call up. Yo, what kind of gelatin do you use? Because sometimes they might just say gelatin, but there's two different kinds: pork and beef, right? But you got to go throughout you got to do your own research for all that, man. You got to do your own research, and that's really the frontlets, right? What's another way? When you go and get a wife, what's your nationality? Hey, yo, what's up? What's your nationality? Oh, okay. You half this, half that. All right. Who's your father? Right? You gotta get deeper into it, but you gotta be smooth with it, not to like interrogate the broad. You gotta be smooth with it. You don't want to interrogate the broad like who the fuck is you? You the feds or something? You trying to who? Why do you want to know so much about my nationality? Like you are different. You a weird one. Asking too much questions about my nationality. Yeah, you gotta be seasoned with it. You gotta know how to talk to the bride. So it's like
I see you've been there before.
You gotta know how to talk to him though. So it's like you gotta, and then sooner or later the question is gonna come up. So what do you believe in? And then that's when you break it down. If she's a sister. If not, then it's the boot to the face. Or really, just keep stepping. But really, these frontlets, right? The law, that's how it should be, man. In your mind,
Right.
It should be in your mind, in your eyes, how when you speak, how you walk, your actions, what you say, what you see, right? Instead of logging into Facebook or whatever, right? Instead of going into the internet and going into going into some porn site, right? Why don't you go into the classes and get your spirit up, man? Instead of feeding into your flesh, man.
Right.
Why don't you get these classes, right? Why don't you get into these classes, man? Let's skip down to verse 27, 11 and 27.
Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 27. A blessed ye Salakia. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 27. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day.
Right. If I command you, right? A blessing if you obey the commandments, right? Of the law your God. So like of the Lord your God, which I command you this day. Right? Keep going.
Verse 28. And a curse if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have not known.
Right. These guys, man, that Caesar Borgia that you be worshiping, you don't even know that. You don't even know that fool, man. You don't know that fool. Like you over here worshiping, you bow down, you get a cross, you get like 30 different crosses in one little, wall, thinking that that's gonna stay keep away all then well, what they call him, Antichrist or the devil and all that, the demons and the spirit. You buy sage or whatever that's called, right? And you light it up and you walk around the house, saying some prayer in vain, really, thinking that that's gonna, let out all the demons that are around you, but really the demons, you have them inside your head. You have them inside your head, right? You basically are friendly with your demon. How do I know that? Because you when we go out streets, you don't try to learn, right? You don't try to learn about the truth. You don't try to learn about the word of God. What you want to do is you argue. You argue, and you argue like, like you want to make an excuse for what you do.
Right.
So when you make all these excuses, it's really it's your demon telling you, no, it's okay. Keep smoking weed. It comes from God. It's a herb. You don't add no chemicals to it. You tell yourself all these things. It comes from God. It comes from God. It comes from God. And then when you roll it up and light it up, really, you're just committing sin, right? Like Proverbs, I believe 16:9 says, right? Or
Right.
16:7 says, right? Like you digging up, you an ungodly man digging up evil, man, and you putting it to your lips and lighting it up, man. You're not doing, and that's why, because you don't obey, you don't have a choice, man. You prince of the power, man. You Israel. If you Israel, you don't have a choice, man. You don't have a choice, right? You don't have a choice. Your only thing, your only choice is to obey. Obey the Most High. Why? Blessing and a cursing. It is, right? Behold, I set before you, verse 26 says, behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day, and a curse if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside of the way which I command you this day to go after other gods. And that's what you do, man. You went after other gods. Or everything that you do, you worshiping another god, man. If it's not the Most High, if it's not in this one body, right? If you not in the truth, then you not. If you not in this one body, you're not in the home of the truth, man. You serving something else, man. You serving, another religion, right? You serving other gods, man. You don't know what the hell you serving. You know, you don't know what the hell you serving, right? God's what did it say after that? Go to after other gods which ye have not known. And you don't know these gods, you know what I'm saying? You serving you celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that, and you don't know why you celebrate it. What do they tell you? Oh, it's Jesus' birthday. It's the birth of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Right?
A day for the family to come together, you know what I'm saying? Bring the family together.
Right.
It's tradition. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather did it, my grandma did it.
Right. It's the same tradition that the Mexicans be doing when they celebrate the quinceañera, right? The 15 when a woman is when a girl turns 15, she becomes a woman. Right, that's what they believe. Right, when a young girl turns 15, she's in the youth of her becoming a woman. Right, so we throw a big celebration for her. Quinceañera, right? It's a quinceañera. The thing is sometimes they even have those for men, quinceañero, which low key it looks gay, which it is. It is most definitely gay. If you a man and you doing all these things. Salagi, yeah, damn right. Like I remember like there used to be a show called in MTV3 where they would have quinceañeras, right? And it's all females, every single one of them females. And then out of nowhere, I seen a male. Like, this is a long time ago. I don't even know if the show's still on. It's old show, right? And it was a guy. I was like, what the hell? That shit, low key. I was like, damn, that's gay. I was like, that's gay because all my life I always heard quinceañera, for women, right? It's for a woman, for a man, what the hell, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they still do it to this day, right? Because I mean, if they still have quinceañeras this day. Right. And that's the funny thing, too. When you get around the family, it's like, who else is turning 15 next year? Or who's turning 15? What other child? Hey, you got to have a child. So, we could throw a quinceañera for, this, and that. Boom, 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 boom. It's like everybody wants to know when the next quinceañera is coming, just so they can have the part. It's a big ass party, really. That's all it really is.
You see these holidays and they celebrate, proves that it's not for your children, like birthdays and stuff. The birthdays is not really for the kids. These parents throw their birthdays for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like these, like you said, you mentioned the quinceañera they talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's really for the parent. That's really for, you know what I'm saying, the grown folks, they say.
Yeah.
It's really for you. It's not really for these kids, you know what I'm saying? It's just another day.
Yeah. I know I know some uncles, or family members that, they just hear about a kid turning 3, and it's like, oh, let's get a case of beer, and let's get a whole thing, let's call everybody, and tell them bring some beer, some drinks, some, and let's party. But it's not party for the child, it's party for them. But really, that's all. Like, you're really trying to make this a tradition. You're trying to you're carrying that mark of the beast. You're carrying that same, thing, and you teaching that to your child, man. Instead of teaching the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Instead of giving him wisdom and understanding, you're teaching you're giving him a stumbling block, right? You're giving him something to stumble against, right? That's what you are. And just like your child is, just like how you are, that's how your child is gonna be, man.
Right.
Just like how you are, right? I know. Like, parents want to give them the child an educate, give them the educational speech about don't be like me, this, and that. But yet you showing them how to be like you.
They're gonna be just like you.
They're gonna be just like you. Like, this is what you breed. You bred something that you are. Why don't you serve the Most High and teach your house, right? Govern your own house, especially for you men, man. Especially for you men. You don't govern, like, take control of your house, man. Stop letting your woman talk over you and bark at you and showing the children, not only the children, family, and sometimes even social media, man. Social media is big on that. It's like, look at how we run. Who wear the pants? Boom, you'll see it. Who wears the pants? It's like, if he flinched as soon as he looks at her, it's like, you already know. It's like, you already know what goes on behind closed doors.
Niggas really be scared.
He over here squinting, like he over here like he over here like stuttering. He puts his hand up, like, like he knows it's coming, but he's not sure if it's coming. She says something, and then it's like you. Oh my God, man! Some of you men are like children, man. Some of you women are like children.
Hold on. Let me ask my wife first.
Yeah. Oh my God! I seen that in front of him. I seen a brother say, "Hey, or he got a beard, right?" And he doesn't even have to say anything. And then the brother just looks at his wife and he says, she just nods no. And then he's like, they don't even say, you don't even have to say anything. You just already know. It's like, man, what? This is what, who's your father, man? Like, who raised you, man?
Bitch, that's what raised
you. Yeah, your mother raised you. That's exactly right. Your mother raised you. The reason why you like this is because your mother raised you. That's the problem. Your mother raised you, right? Your mother was a dragon in her house. She's the one, carrying out orders and or giving out orders, and your father's the one carrying it. He wear the apron and she the pants. It's a lock you, right? Like that's how that house is run, and that's why that house will be a generation full of destroyed children, man, because of one man, Adam. And you are it. You the one. You the reason why that house isn't built, doesn't have a structure. It's not built on a rock, man. It's not built with Christ. right? It's not built with Christ, right? You following your woman. You following La Virgen Maria. That's what you follow. You follow Virgin Mary. It has to everything that you worship. It has to be a woman. Like literally, like everything that you worship, it needs to be a woman, and it has to have a woman's approval. That's why you fail, man. That's why you fail, because you don't build yourself the way Christ wants you to build, man. Wants you to be built, man. Let's get let's get man. I just had it right now too. I believe it's First Timothy 2 and 3. Oh, hold on. Second Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Second Timothy chapter 2. Let's start at verse 1. Or Salaki, before we even jump there, let's go back to Romans 6 and jump down to verse 7. I forgot about that. 6 and Salaki, verse 7, 5. Actually, give me if I could. Let's get let's verse 12. 6 and 12.
Romans chapter 6, verse 12. Let not sin, therefore, reign in your mortal body, that he should obey it in the lust thereof.
Right. Don't be a slave unto sin, man. Like the thing that you lust after, man, don't let it reign over your mortal body, man. Don't, right? That you gonna die for what you doing, right? For what you do, for what you want to do. Guess what? There's a price for that, man. There's a reward for that, right? And that reward is death, right? Keep going.
Verse 8. Verse Slakia. Verse 7.
It's like 13.
13. Slakia. Neither he your members as instruction are instruments, Lakia, of unrighteousness unto sin, but yield yourselves unto God as though that are alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto God.
Right. Neither ye yourselves, right? Neither ye yield, right? Don't bow yourself down, right? Don't give yourself over to, right? Over your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin, right? What don't play or don't bow yourself unto sin, man. Don't give your body over to this thing, right? Don't give your mind, right? Don't give your eyes, don't give your mouth, don't give nothing, your hands, your feet. Don't walk, right? Like it says, don't turn to the left or to the right. Straight and narrow is the way, and few be there that go into it, that enter into it, right? Like it's hard to some people. It's like for everybody, it's gonna be hard. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be hard to come in here, right? And I ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna be hard, right? Because for brothers who do their 90 days, after their 90 days, you really think you in here. Don't ever think like that, right? When you think that you in the ISUPK, when you think you walking in truth, right? Don't think that, or don't what's that word? Don't lower your guard, right? Don't get comfortable is really what I'm trying to get, right? Don't take it easy, don't take it light. This thing, what we were given to, right? What we were given, this, don't ever take it light, man. Don't be a Christian about it, man. Don't be like, don't be out here like, yeah, look, this is what I got, boom, 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 right? Like, yeah, and it never gets easier, right? It never gets easier, right? What you want to do is you want to protect this, man. You want to protect this truth, man. You want to have it like like really, it should be your first wife. You want to protect your first wife, man. You want to guard this woman, man. You want to make sure this truth is solid, right? Don't ever get too comfortable in here, man. Those for any of you, if you get too comfortable in here, man, the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna slip, right? You're gonna slip. You're gonna slip into your cousin or your grandmother or whoever calling you. Oh, like the family's gonna get to here, get together over here, and you don't because you too comfortable. All right, it's just a gathering. Then they're all gonna be, oh, we got him, let's bring out the cake and birthday and sing happy birthday, everybody, and you're gonna be there, and it's like you're gonna look stupid. Really, you're gonna look stupid. It's Thanksgiving and whatnot, and it's like, man, it's been a minute since I see my family. Man, this is the only time they all get together. I haven't seen my uncle because he over there, but I know I can't go over there. But man, my uncle, man.
Or my favorite, what they do is, well, I ain't celebrating. I mean, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I'm not celebrating. I'm just here. I'm just gonna kick it. Then go with them and kick it and get some food. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't celebrating nothing they celebrating. I'm just going for food.
Right. Yeah, like, hey, oh, a food. Oh, that's like that's the thing. Like in here, we like that's one thing. Like that's a UPK thing, right? We won't eat like no apple or what's that, pumpkin pie, pumpkin this, pumpkin that during this season because of what's going on.
Talking about
Like a turkey, buy a turkey, a pumpkin.
Halloween come around.
Yeah, like things that are seasonal things that they only have during this time, just because of the season that we're living in, or the time that we're at. We certain things we won't do. Like for instance, Black Friday. They have a sale every now and then, but Black Friday is the big one. And you go to all the sales, right? For all the sisters, I mean, I know you want to save up. I mean, you do all this couponing and whatnot, but it wouldn't be in the spirit to go to a Black Friday, right? It wouldn't be in the spirit, right? You over here, you want to. I mean, is it a sin? No, it's not. But it's not in the spirit, right? Is it a sin to eat pumpkin pie? No, it's not. But what you want to do is you want to keep that spirit up, man. Like I said, the minute that you start getting too comfortable, you're gonna slip, man. You want to always be zealous. You want to be vigilant, sober, right? That's First Peter 5:8, right? First Peter 5:8 says, "Be sober and be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is seeing who he may devour, right? Seeking who he may, catch. You know, Esau is gonna look for you, man, because you wanted to what? You wanted to get high. You wanted to what? You wanted to drink and drive. You want to get so intoxicated that now you breathing you're blowing through what's it called, breathalyzer, and now who do we got in the mugshot? Oh, such and such officer or what a trooper such and such, right? Nah, man, don't put nothing, right? Don't do nothing that's gonna stain the school, man. That's really what you want to do, right? You don't want to do something that's gonna affect the school, man, right? Not only that, but it's how you show love to one another, man. That's how you show love to one another. How you show loyalty to Commander Jerry Hanna, to the ISUPK, to the men in the ISUPK, man. You don't do something that's gonna make me look stupid. I wouldn't do something that's gonna make Officer Apayag look stupid, man. I want to do something that's gonna make Officer Lahab, Captain Gadar. I want to do anything that's gonna make my brothers look dumb at the end, man. Why? Because I know they hold a reputation, right? I know this school holds a reputation, and that's what we need to do, man. We want to keep that reputation built, man. We want to keep that reputation high and mighty, right? That's the thing, right? That's the same thing with Christ. If you following Christ and you bound yourself unto sin, then really Christ is gonna deny you, man. Look, I don't know him. He doing what I said? Hell no, he's not doing what I said. You know what? I do not know you. Right? What did well, what did that fake what do you say? Many shall come in my name, saying, Lord, Lord, have we not cast out demons in thy name?
Right.
And I will deny them and say, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. And that's gonna be all you Christian pastors, all you religious leaders, right? All you Catholics, all you religious leaders, man. You think you serving Christ, thinking that, in the name of Christ, be gone from here, Satan, or whatever, right? Whatever they may say. Salakia, I don't know what they be saying. Maybe they be saying some dumb, some words that really mean nothing, right? But they think they serving Christ when they say all these things, man. But really, they're not Christ. You ain't with Christ when you get the church or the people together to celebrate Halloween inside the church, just to make it comfortable for the children, even though they know. That's the thing, man. That's another thing about the ISUPK, man, is we don't compromise nothing in here, man. You don't compromise nothing. We don't give our instrument, right. We don't have instruments of unrighteousness, right. But yield yourselves unto God as those that are alive from the dead, right. Alive from the dead. What does that mean, man? That when you alive, when you right now, right. So like not right now, but before you were dead, right? Why were you dead? Because of the instruments that you were carrying, right? Unrighteousness. That's what you were carrying. Unrighteousness unto sin, man. You were unrighteousness, and you committing all these adultery or whatever you may be doing, right? You were doing so much wickedness in the world where it's just like you couldn't even count yourself, right? Now you get taught about the truth. You get taught about how to keep your faith, right? How to do the work, right? How to be a soldier of Christ, how to serve the Most High. You get taught the blessings as well as the cursings, right? You get taught all these things, and now what? You are made alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto God, right? Verse 14.
Verse 14. For sin shall not have dominion over you.
Right. So sin will not have dominion. It shall not reign over you. You won't be a slave, man. Right? If you a Jake in the world, right? That's another UPK term, right? Jake, right? Means a brother in the world, right? If you a Jake in the world and you celebrating birthdays and all these things, you really you a slave, right? Why? Because your woman tells you what to celebrate, right? Your government tells you what to celebrate. Your government tells you who to vote for, right? What do they say? It's like, didn't they say Joe Biden and Donald Trump, the lesser of evils?
Right.
Like you a slave. Why would you choose any evil? You a slave. You don't get it.
I mean, they'll put anybody up there.
Exactly. Like they'll put anybody up there and tell you like this is your only choice.
Right.
Man, that's my only choice. Fuck it. I gotta choose the lesser of two evils. Knowing damn well you shouldn't even be voting. Right? You shouldn't even be voting. What has this country ever promised you? So many promises, so many treaties with the Native Americans. You should have already been knowing that this country don't give a damn about keeping their promises. Paleface speaks with fourth tongue, man. It doesn't matter what they tell you. It has double meaning. Is at the end of the day, they're gonna choose no. At the end of the day, they're gonna say, you know what? He had a gun. You know what? My life was threatened. At the end of the day, they're gonna say, they're not gonna give you justice. They're not gonna give you justice. You know what that white boy do? That white boy cried. What was that one white boy that shot during that protest?
That Riddler.
Yeah, he over here, he crying, like sorry, and whatnot, and now it's like I forget how many they gave him a probation or what. I forget what.
I don't know what the rules. I haven't been keeping up with it.
I seen videos of it, but I haven't kept up with it either. But I know he gonna get a slap in the wrist. That's for sure. I mean, look at what they did to Amber Geiger, right? Look at what they did to that woman. This was a woman that was off duty cop. It was she just got off her shift, goes into the apartment, goes into a wrong. First of all, she goes into the wrong level, right? She gets off on the wrong level, goes into the apartment, gets inside a wrong house apartment, right, and then shoots a brother in his own home. Doesn't even ask a question. What are you doing? What am I doing? What's up with this furniture? Why is everything moved around? Like, come on, man, for real. Like, and then this woman gets more mercy than a brother or sister. That should tell you something.
She even got in the house,
exactly. Like, they said something about the locks were having problems, and they already had complained to the landlord about that whole situation. A bunch of people were dealing with that same problem, right? But she got into that house regardless, and she felt like, who in the what in your right mind do you think you have, who gave you permission to even be here, right? She feel like she owned the whole apartment, right? It doesn't matter whether, like, that's really what our people teach these other nations, is you give them reasons to why treat us the way they treat us. You're religious. You want to know why there's so many Karens, why there's so many racist, cops, so many racist, heathens out there, because of your religious leaders. They give them reasons why to treat you the way they do, right? It's like I'm over here going off something else, man. It's like let's drill it back to verse 14. It says, "For sin shall not have dominion over you," right? "For ye are not under the law, but under grace," right? Keep going. Verse 15.
Verse 15. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid.
Right. And like it said before, right? It says, "For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace," right? Under grace, meaning you have, what's grace? A time period, man. You got a time period. You got a time to get right. A time to what? To be brought back to life, right? To be made alive. Right now, you living dead, right? You living in sin. You a dead soul, right? You walk, so like you walking in, you a dry bone. That's what you are, right? But because you are not under the law, but under grace, right? What then, right? Shall we sin because we are not under the law? Like, for you Christians, what's up with that? Should you sin? Should we sin now because you're not under the law, but under grace, right? Because Christ died. Now you got grace, right? I mean, I say I've been around so many Christians where it's like, you tell them about the truth, you tell them about how we are to keep the law, we are to serve the Most High, and it's like, yeah, no, we under grace, all this talk about loving Christ and under grace, and He died, and then at the same breath, or at the same note, they turn around and be smoking cigarettes.
Right.
At the same time, they're over here talking about, what they gonna have in Thanksgiving. Who's coming to such and such birthday party? What about Christmas? What are we gonna do for New Year's Eve? Right? Halloween, right? Or everybody's favorite,
Christmas. All right.
yeah, Christmas. But another one too is Valentine's. Who you gonna be with on Valentine's? I like I say you'll see a bunch of women talking about how, I need someone for I just said it right now. So Valentine's, right? Valentine's Day. I need a man for Valentine's Day. Who gonna come with me?
Check out with a man
Da-da-da-da-da.
just for that.
Yeah, like it's just like it's all show, man. It's everything is in vain. If it's not of the Most High, man, you doing it in vain. Really, like if you not living for the Most High, then you living in vain. You living you. It's like your life is meaningless, right? And for those with who are lost, you finally you gonna realize that, man. Those who actually wants to serve the Most High, you notice that. You notice how we live, and it's like it feels like nothing has changed. We march, and it's like we still getting killed. We vote, and it's like, man, don't know. Nobody has said the right thing. No one has done. It has changed, man. No one has done a change in this earth for us. And then you start to realize, well, man, it's like, you know what? It's something wrong, man. It's not right. What we doing, it must be something different, man. And then you realize and you come into the truth and you hear the truth, and it's like, you know what? Okay, I see what it is now. It's us against everybody else. Right? It's because we've been giving a status that we need to keep up with. We've been giving laws, statutes, and commandments that we need to keep, and we haven't been keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what we fail in everything we do. We fail in everything we do. You can't do nothing in life without the Most High's, authority. Without the Most High's help, man, you will lose. Without the Most High being so close unto you, like we read in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, without the Most High being so nigh unto thee, man, that we all call upon, man, if you don't have the Most High with you, man, you gonna lose, 99, like 100%. So like 100%, not even 1% is gonna be in your favor. That 1% is not going to you. It's 100% sure that you gonna fail. It's 100% sure that you're gonna fail. Why? Because the Most High is not with you, right? If you want to know who the Most High is with, man, you gonna find out, right? Everything in this world is given authority. The Most High gives authority too, right? If you see why this happened or that happened, right? Why this is going on, all these things, everything in life, there's a reason for it, man. And it's because the Most High did it, right? You guys stop giving so much credit to the white man, thinking that the white man changes the weather, does all this and that, created the COVID-19. It's a lie, man. You a nuthead, man. You a nuthead. You a YouTuber nuthead, man. You search, all you do is do your research through YouTube and think that the Illuminati, the Rockefellers, I don't even know.
They believe that before they believe.
Right. They like
there's a God saying, I want you to keep law, statutes, and commandments.
They're making so many videos of that. What's that brother's name? That the one that where the 8 people died during the concert. Oh man, Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, they're making so many videos of that. Travis Scott, how he's the devil. You see what he called? He looked up and then he looked down. He looked up and then he looked down. And then you see what? Hey, I'm gonna put the video on slow motion so you can see what happened.
No,
They'd be like, look, in 1969, he was wearing a shirt and he's doing this, and Look, and it's an eye in the concert. You see that? That shirt, and how many people died with it? I'm telling you, man, they break this whole thing down to the point where it's just like, but they can't do that same research with the Bible, man.
Right.
Like all that research just to find out that, you know, Travis Scott is working for the devil or some Illuminati or whatnot. It's like I don't even know what the deal is, but at the end of the day, like you hurt yourself. You know, you destroy yourself in the searching of, you know, many books. You know, you gonna destroy your soul, man. You gonna destroy yourself, man. And really, you gonna find out that all that was for nothing, man. For nothing. And what change did you bring to this earth with all that? Nothing? If you don't change yourself, you're not gonna make a difference in this world, man. Right? If you don't change yourself, you continue. The only thing that you're gonna change is, you know, you're gonna keep these worms fat, man. That's the only thing you're gonna change, man. Is the size of these worms is gonna be multiplied. Why? Because, you know, so many of you, you know, don't want to listen, right? Verse 16.
Verse 16. Romans chapter 6, verse 16. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness.
Right, man. It's just the same thing that I was breaking down with these scriptures, right? It's like, if you, whatever you do, man, if you like, what would you rather be? Would you rather be a slave, man? Would you rather be a slave unto, you know, to your own selfish lust, or would you be, you know, a free man, a man that was born alive, you know, born again, you know, made alive, basically, right? Now you got this truth, man. Now you got nothing to deceive you, man. You got the tools, you got the right tools, the right equipment to fight off these demons, man. Not only that, but to teach other men to do so. Imagine that. That's how you make, you know, that's how you make, you know, that's how you cast out demons, man. That's how you make a nation, you know, alive, man. That's how you breathe life into into your people, man. Teach them. Teach them. First things first, you gotta seek your own salvation first, man. You gotta learn how to do it. You know, you gotta fix your house before you go and teach other men to fix their own house, man. How you gonna teach him about the same demon that you're fighting? How you gonna teach him? You're losing and you're telling someone to win? It's like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, man. You a slave unto what? Unto sin, man. Unto death, right? You obey sin, then what? Well, then guess what? You obey death too, right? Let's drop that. Let's go to First Timothy. I'm gonna end it with this. First Timothy 2:1. Salaki. 2 Timothy 2:1. Salaki on that.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. Though therefore, my son, be strong in grace that is in Jesus Christ.
Right. Though says, thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahushua Mashiach, right? In Jesus Christ, right? Keep going.
And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also.
Right. Same thing I was telling you before, right? Make sure that, you know, just the way Christ was, man, do that same thing, man. Christ said what? To all be fulfilled, right? To all be fulfilled. Not only that, but he fed the poor. He helped. He was merciful. He helped. He healed, right? He was there, man. He was helping. He was giving many charity, right? He was helping. He was merciful. He loved his brothers, man. He loved them so much that what? He even died for his own brothers, man.
Right.
Why don't you die for your own brother, man? Start the first death, man. Start that first death. Give up that man that you once were, man. Start there. And then carry on the second death. All right? Keep going.
Verse 3. Though, therefore, endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ.
Right? Endure hardness, right? Endure, meaning what? Suffer, man. And suffer hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ, right? Of Yahushua Mashiach, right? Our King, our Savior, right? Endure that hardness, man. Because guess what, man? You a soldier. You a soldier. Does a soldier have an option? Hell no. Soldier gonna take orders. But guess what? It's better to take orders from a righteous king than a wicked, a wicked and a filthy, lust. A filthy and wicked, king, man. One who don't give a damn about his own people, right? One who won't even acknowledges you, right? One that won't even see the work that you do or see your potential, see the gifts that you have and put that to use, man. Right? That's the thing, man. In the Christian church, you'll have one pastor and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll have one pastor and he'll just talk his whole ass off. And what did you learn? I don't know. I don't know. I learned how to, play the piano. That's for sure. I learned how to, I learned how to stay on beat. I learned how to stay on beat.
They really good at staying on beat.
Yeah, they good on staying on beat. That's for sure. They told me to, they told me slag. I don't even know. Like they that's all they know. They know how to break a sweat in there. Right. They know how to do all that. They know how to break a sweat. Yell. High pitch. They know how to cry. They know how to a good performance. That's the thing. They're a good performer. You want to, yeah, top tier. They're the best performers ever, man. You want to see you want to Sopra? Go to a Christian church. You want to see us a real life in the flesh? So go to the Christian church. They're gonna show you how to toss and turn and cry, and it's gonna be so heavy. You're gonna feel like crying too. You're gonna feel like crying with them. Like you don't know what you're crying about, but I feel you. I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. Let me cry with you, man. That's the thing, man. That's the only gift that you'll get there, man. Like it's just, man, it's really it's all for nothing, man. It's just worthless at this point, right? Like why do we even come, right? That's why I see so many people turning atheists, because it's like, why even bother with religion? I see a lot of people turning atheists, or which is another form of Christianity, really. But really, like you're just not. I mean, you're not doing the same thing that an atheist is doing. This is the same thing a Christian is doing. The same thing that a Christian is doing is the same thing an atheist is doing. A Mormon, a Catholic, it doesn't matter. They're gonna say the same thing. They're gonna tell you the same thing. You're gonna do the same thing. You guys are gonna come together at the same time, which is Christmas, Thanksgiving, and you guys are gonna be doing, you guys are gonna be confused. You're gonna be blind leaders that lead the blind, and both of you shall fall into a ditch, right? If you don't serve Christ, if you're not following Christ, if you don't endure hardness, man, if you don't endure hardness, you can't go one day with not celebrating Thanksgiving. One day, all right. Do it one day, and let's see you keep that same energy, man. Exactly. They not with it. They're like that one wicked man that was given, given the pork. You know what? Inshallah, he took it willingly, and then guess what happened? Matthias, freaking chopped off his head. Man, look, it's gonna come. It's gonna come to that point, though. It's gonna come to that point. But then again, like I said, like the scripture says, Salakia, right? To all things, there's a season for, right? There's a time and a season for all things, right? And today, I'm just letting you know, if you don't, if you don't repent, right? If you don't repent, guess what? Death is coming to you, man. If you continue in sin, you obedient to sin, guess what? Death shall come with you. Evil shall meet you. If you commit evil, then evil shall come to you.
Right.
But if you do good, good shall come to you, man.
Which is only right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's only right. Saying it's heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's just being if you're a good person, good shit gonna happen to you. If you're a bad, fucking terrible person, then terrible shit's gonna happen to you.
Right.
It's only whether white, but I'm saying that's gonna happen to you.
Right. And it's funny that you say that too, because so many people I've I know I even said this one time. It's like, man, why do bad things always happen?
Right.
It's like why do these things always happen, right? And I used to say that when I was in the world, right? But now that when you come into the truth, it's like you realize, like, okay, I'm there's certain things that I'm not doing, or certain things that you should have been doing, right? So everything, like I said, there's a reward for everything under the sun, everything, and anything that you do, the way you talk to this brother, the way you talk to your father, right? The way you neglect your father for trying to come back to your life, right? The way you mistreat your father or your mother, right? You try to give them a reward just like they rewarded you, right? That's a wrong thing to do, man. You should have mercy on your father, right? You should have mercy on your mother, mercy on your family, man. You should have mercy on your parents, man. Because guess what? One day you're gonna get old too, and you're gonna have children. And guess what? Same thing's gonna happen to you, right? But for that, man, like I said, there's a reward for everything, man. And if you want to continue in sin, you're gonna find your reward, right? And with that, I pass the class over to Priest and Officer Apayak.
ISUPK security announcements. We have ISUPK, Star 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves from the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-6, means tenth in Hebrew, ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give it to the treasury department or teacher. Priest funds, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming holy convocations is the Feast of Hanukkah, I think it is, our Feast of Dedication, right? What is it?
Sloppy, let me.
What day is that? End of the early December, right? End of November, early December.
It's like I'll double check.
Yeah,
right?
We double check on that. Also, a reminder: if you're coming out to the school, make sure you GPS the school. And if you want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots. All black. That's boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. Oh, that we're gonna give credit to school. Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Rock, Yahweh Hashem Ashar Baruch.
Yahweh Shem Thug.
That's my top. That's